Jasmine Crockett stands at one side of the courtroom, wearing a sharp, professional suit. Her posture is confident, but there's a fire in her eyes, a sense of purpose behind her every movement. On the opposite side is Caroline Leavitt, equally poised, but her steely gaze reflects an unwavering belief in the ideals she defends. The camera pans across both of them, highlighting the gravity of the moment. Jasmine Crockett walks slowly toward the podium, adjusting her microphone. Her voice is calm, but laced with intensity. The audience is silent, anticipating every word. Jasmine Crockett, ladies and gentlemen, today we stand at a crossroads where we must decide what this country truly stands for. We've been told for years that freedom means the ability to think, speak, and live how we want. But there's a line we've crossed, a line where the voices of the few drown out the values of the many. And Caroline, you're one of the prime examples of this distortion, Jasmine Crockett. You represent the very elite that use their platforms to push narratives that are disconnected from the real America, the America of hard work, of faith, of family. It's time we expose that truth. Caroline Leavitt rises, her expression sharp and determined. She doesn't hesitate to speak her truth, her voice dripping with sincerity and conviction. Caroline Leavitt. Jasmine, you talk about real America. But who are we really fooling here? It's not about family values or faith. It's about the freedom we all claim to have. We live in a country where so many are restricted by the very systems that are supposed to protect them. I'm fighting for those who've been told to be quiet, those whose voices have been ignored in favor of these tired, outdated ideals. Caroline Leavitt, and yes, I'll say it, I stand for a society that can think for itself, that doesn't need religion or ideology to dictate its morality. It's about empowering individuals to define right and wrong, not some imaginary figure or an archaic text. The audience is on edge. There's a palpable sense of urgency in the room. The debate is taking on a greater significance as it turns into more than just a political clash. It's become a battle over the Jasmine Crockett. So what you're saying, Caroline, is that without faith, without some higher moral compass, we're nothing but individuals floating through life with no purpose, no direction. We're supposed to just trust ourselves? Is that it? Jasmine Crockett. Because let me tell you something. That mindset has led us to a world where we can't even define what a family is, what a human being is, or what it means to stand for something greater than ourselves. It's why we see division. It's why we see a lack of respect. And it's why we see chaos. Caroline Leavitt. Oh, don't you dare talk to me about chaos. The chaos isn't coming from those of us who want to liberate people from shackles. It's coming from a system that keeps people chained to ideas that no longer serve us. Caroline Leavitt. Look at what you're defending. A system that has marginalized millions. A system that has excluded those who don't believe, those who don't fit into the neat little boxes of your religious agenda. You're talking about unity, but you're unwilling to acknowledge that real unity comes from allowing people to be who they are, free of judgment, free of restriction. Jasmine Crockett, and yet here you are, Caroline, trying to tear down the very fabric of what has held this country together for centuries. You think it's just about freedom? You think it's just about individuals doing whatever they want without accountability? That's not freedom, that's chaos, that's lawlessness. Jasmine Crockett, we need a society that acknowledges the importance of faith, that understands the value of moral codes. Because if we lose that, we lose everything. You may call it outdated, but the truth is, it's the only thing keeping us from falling apart, Caroline Leavitt. Jasmine. You're talking about faith like it's the only thing that makes people good. But look at the history of the world. Some of the most horrific atrocities were committed in the name of religion. So tell me, how can you stand there advocating for something that has divided us for centuries? Jasmine Crockett. You're missing the point, Caroline. Religion hasn't been the problem. It's been the manipulation of it. It's the misuse of faith, not the faith itself. You can't deny that at the core of every great civilization, every moral framework is a belief in something greater than the individual. If we lose that, what are we? A bunch of selfish individuals, each one pursuing their own truth without any regard for the common good. Caroline, Leavitt, you talk about the common good, but what about the individuals who don't fit into your narrative? What about the people who are marginalized because of their beliefs or their lack of beliefs? Are they any less worthy of respect? Jasmine Crockett, no one is saying that people should be judged for their beliefs, Caroline. It's about building a foundation where we can all coexist, where our differences don't tear us apart. But that foundation has to be built on something real, something solid, and right now, we're losing that. Jasmine Crockett, we can't just keep throwing away the things that have made us strong, whether it's faith, respect for tradition, or love for this country. If we do that, what will we have left? Just chaos, like you said. And when we get there, we'll have no one to blame but ourselves. Caroline Leavitt, you're asking for blind faith in something that doesn't even work for the majority. I believe in a system that allows people to think freely, to live how they see fit without being held back by outdated beliefs. I'll fight for that every single day. Jasmine Crockett. And I'll fight for a country where the people who believe in something greater than themselves still have a place to speak out. The judge, silent up until this moment, now raises his hand for order. Both women lock eyes, exhausted but unyielding. Judge ladies, enough. The court has heard your arguments. Now, it's time for the jury to decide. But know this, what you've both shared here today will echo far beyond this room.